episode of Councilmen Reviews, where we review an episode of each of a series that we're not covering on the main show because it might be too long. You know.
Na 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 na
No, no.
na
And
na
yes,
na
as the
na na
theme
na
song
na
suggests,
na
we are
na na.
reviewing Game of Thrones House of the Dragon episode 4 and 5. We decided to do it at all both episodes at the same time because time constraint and all that. And so yeah, and you're here joined with me, Ariq and Albert, as we are the only two who watch Game of Thrones out of the councilmen.
Calvin
So yeah,
actually, by the way, hi, Albert here. Calvin actually said that he
yep,
might consider starting this, and he was asking me, should I watch Game of Thrones to watch this? And I was like, I guess you don't need to. So he
definitely
said he's
not. Yeah,
considering it. So yeah.
considering.
Also, I just found
Okay.
out recently that my sister just finished Game of Thrones. She told me on a
Just
call.
finished. Wow.
I called her right before this week's episode. By the way, last week episode, she
Right.
called me mentioning like, "Oh, I just finished Game of Thrones, the whole show, like a couple of days ago." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but yeah, wow, didn't see that coming. So yeah,
Damn, people are just bitching that show. Yeah, well, that's pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah. But yeah, anyway, we're here to review episode 4 and 5, the King of the Narrow Sea episode 4, and We Light the Way episode 5. And we thought it's fitting because this is like sort of episode 6. If you see the preview and what you heard from the news and everything, a little bit of
I.
spoiler ahead.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
this is Millie Alcock and Emily Carey. Is that her name? Yeah, Emily Carey and Millie Alcock, who play young Princess Rhaenyra and Lady Alicent Hightower. They are done after episode 5. We're changing to Olivia Cook and Emma Darcy, who's gonna play the adult Alicent and adult Rhaenyra. So this is sort of like a wrap up for them. So might as well like wrap up review for us as well, combine 4 and 5, which seems just fitting. But yeah, let's just get to it. I guess I reviewed episode 3 and I haven't heard from you since episode 3, but I want to hear from you first, Rick.
Oh,
What's your
just a quick,
thoughts?
a quick
Well,
rundown
I
on,
guess
not rundown, just quick
overall
opinion. Yeah.
overall combine 3, 4, 5 for you if you want.
Right. Well, I'll give like a quick thought for episode 3 since I wasn't there last time. I think episode 3 out of all the 5 episodes that's out right now, I think it's
Mhm.
actually the best one under the basis that it had the most action, most most dragons on screen. Like they had like a longer screen time. I mean,
Fair.
and I think that last part was very badass. Where like basically like the events leading up to episode 4, like how Damon became like king of the narrow sea. That was badass. He basically assaulted the beach by himself.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was by far the most exciting episode, and I really liked it. It was my favorite one so far for the third one.
Fair. Uh, yeah, I guess the only thing I want to add, I guess, to that, and I don't want to repeat myself from that review that I did. Go check it out. Me and my friend Cameron did that review, so go check it out if you have not. But one of my biggest takeaway was that time jumps happen so often in the show, which is
Yeah.
why when a time jump didn't really happen between episode 4 and 5, I was kind of thrilled. I was like, I like that we're not doing that for this 2 episode, even though we're gonna have a big one. I don't know how big we're gonna get from 5 to 6, because I think they're making them significantly. Do you happen to see the preview for episode
I
6?
didn't I didn't see the preview, but I saw pictures of it. But yeah, I saw like older Rhaenyra.
Yeah, and not only that, in the preview, and I don't know if the preview is only previewing 6 or is previewing the rest of the season, because I saw that Rhaenyra already have like multiple kids, and I was like, oh shit, that's a big time jump if that's
That
actually
is
true. If
that's
that's
big.
directly episode 6. Um, but yeah, and so I mean, that's why I'm kind of glad that we don't get a time jump between 4 and 5, even though there is like kind of a time jump between 3 and 4, episode 3 and 4.
I think 3 and 4
Um,
had like a time jump of about 3-4 years. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
no, wasn't it like a
Was it?
month because they went? Well, I guess it's unclear because Rhaenyra came back a month after her tour, but I guess we don't know
How
how
long the war
far
was when they were fighting
after the
the.
war
the
ends to the
oh yeah,
start
that's
of
true.
her
Yeah.
tour. Yeah.
Oh.
Which I mean, I'll uh, I can say that I think I really like Emily Carey as Alicent, especially in 4 and 5. I thought episode 4 was the best she has been, and then as soon as episode 5 finished, I was like, shit, she's really giving it all in her role in this one, and I think she's starting to feel comfortable with that character, and it's sad to see her go away. Same with Millie, but I think Millie sort of episode 3 and episode 4 was sort of like peak Millie for me, even though I think she's also good in 5. But I thought Emily Carey, who plays Allison, I thought she's just like really just as in episode 5, especially in that wedding scene. Um, and sorry, spoilers. Obviously, you're watching this, you probably know. But yeah, in that wedding scene, when she is like just owning the moment, wearing the green, which sort of like indicates that her allegiance is with her father, with the High Tower. After she finds out that, oh, Millie, Rhaenyra lies to her about not sleeping,
Right,
sleeping
right.
around, and she's like, "Oh fuck you! I'm gonna my dad got banished. I am now upset, so I'm gonna interrupt the king's speech. I'm gonna come in with green, which I've never used before, and I didn't notice this until the very end. Like she always used like blue or some shades of that, but she never used the high tower color until that moment, I think. And that
Mm,
was like such a powerful, commanding scene. I was like, I don't give a shit. I know where I'm standing now. Yeah, I just thought she was fantastic. Um,
yeah, yeah. I want to add to that. Like, basically, like she was able to express like her emotions and I guess the character, but she didn't like without saying much. That's the thing, though. She kind of literally, she just kind of like walked in there wearing green, but she
mhm.
didn't say anything. She didn't make a big announcement. She just kind of, I don't know. She has like quite the boss kind of vibe in a way, which is something unexpected because Alicent is seen, I don't know, like kind of innocent in a way.
Yeah, kind of a little bit more like passive in a way, right?
Yeah, more passive, yeah, but now she's passive aggressive technically speaking, right? She's not directly attacking, but all the emotions says it all.
Mm.
And I
Yeah, and go ahead.
what wanted to say? I just wanted to say, I don't know why. I just the more I think about it, like I think in the episode 4 it was so disturbing seeing her the bed scene with her and King Viserys.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened. But yeah, um, but I thought again you can see the progression for Allison, especially like in the beginning of episode 4. She's sort of still like passive kind of thing. She's starting to investigate herself. She's starting to have She's starting to have doubt about her dad, and then she's like confronting Rhaenyra in episode 4, which I thought was good. And then like eventually at opening episode 5, when he talks to her dad, and then her dad is like, "You gotta." The king is dying. You gotta take care of Aegon. He's gonna be the next era, blah, 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 and you gotta know where you stand and everything. And then as soon as she finds out from what's his name, Corlys? Corlys? No, not Corlys. What's the knight dude? Is it Corlys?
In the night, dude. The
The one that sleeps with Rhaenyra. What's his name?
call is it Colin?
Colin. That doesn't sound like a Game of
No,
Thrones
that's not
character.
Colin, is it?
Colin
I thought
Call.
it was
It's
sort of
called something.
Cole. It's
Kristen Cole.
Cole.
Kristen
Kristen
Cole.
Cole, yeah, not Colin.
Colin, Kristen Cole.
Yep.
As soon as he reveals himself, and then like she's like, "Oh shit! Well, now I'm pissed. I'm kind of upset. I don't know how I feel. My dad just gone, and I'm sort of upset at Renera, and especially the part where she says to her, I think the part where sort of define her change a little bit is as soon as she goes to the front of the wedding table and just like, congratulations, stepdaughter. I don't know the way how she said like stepdaughter is kind of like looking down on her a little bit, like sort of like pissed off because I don't think she's ever called her that before.
Mm,
Like she's always called her like Renera or like something else, but she's never called her stepdaughter, right? And I don't know why the way how
yeah.
she said it sort of like,
I think it's just the word like stepdaughter just makes it sound like, oh, you're just a by child, but by what is it, affiliation? Like you're not actually like she doesn't really like her or
mhm,
give a
mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, also I want to mention that part with Sir Kristen when she was interrogating him. and he
Yeah.
he was she was asking about does Damon or does Damon sleep with her, and then he's like, no, yeah, no, it was me. He just admitted out of nowhere.
No,
I was
no,
like,
it's B. He's like, no, it's B. Well, to be honest, I don't
he's
think
too
like
noble.
yeah, he's too. Well, no, it's also like, oh, what is it? Allison wasn't exactly being specific. I don't think she mentioned
No,
Damon. She
no,
didn't
yeah.
mention Damon directly. She just asked, "Did Rhaenyra slept with someone?" He's like, "Yes, it's me," and that's why Allison is probably at the same. Just like, "Oh, well, that's not the answer I expected." Okay.
Right, because I don't think Allison was definitely not implying him, but he's
Yeah.
also, I think in his mind he just feels guilty about it, and he just
In his
says
mind,
it.
yeah, he either feels guilty or he thinks that Allison knows, but in
Knows, yeah.
actuality, she doesn't know. That was, dude, that's like the biggest miscommunication of all time. And now it's going to lead for like what, 30 years of war or something. I don't know what this how the story goes. I didn't read the books.
Oh my god, that's true. Uh, but yeah, I mean, let's talk about the things leading up to that. Obviously, it's big that Rhaenyra. I guess I, I don't think it's her sexual awakening, but like sort of, um, Damon sort of sparked that interest in her of wanting to like experience it, and she just gets excited. Along Rhaenyra, of course, and like
Yeah, yeah.
I, th- I think that started it, and then Damon obviously sort of like he didn't go through with it because I think in part of him is like sort of he feels guilty about it as well. He feels bad about it, maybe. That's how I read it. I don't know how you read it in that moment when he just left her at the brothel. But then obviously because of her curiosity, she's like, "Hey, Sir Kristen Cole, come here, take off that armor and ride this dragon or something." But yeah, I
Right,
don't
this
think she said
dragon.
she doesn't say that, but yeah,
No, have this dragon ride you.
it's this
Because she's
dragon.
the she's the Targaryen.
But yeah, what did you think about that whole sequence of them running away and going to the brothel and eventually her Rhaenyra sleeps with Kristen?
Well, to be honest, at first it was kind of wholesome in a way because it's like one of those things where the princess sneaks out. She wants to experience like
Yeah.
life as the commoner life and all that. And then her brother just like showing her around like King's Landing. I mean, like yeah, it started wholesome at first, and then it went to the brothel, and I was like, "What? Oh my god, so many pairs of jugs and phalluses." and
I know what that
then
means
it
now.
led up, yeah, and now it just leads up to like the sex scene. I'm like, "Oh no, this is some Targaryen shit."
Yeah.
But
But
yeah, it just feels a bit, I don't know, a bit strange. Like he just kind of cancels it. I guess yeah, you're right about the maybe part of him was actually, I think Damon had some integrity on him,
some
very
moral
little, but
compass a little bit. Yeah.
has some, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that was disturbing. But honestly, it's not as disturbing as because at the same time there was the scene with another, what is it, romance scene with Alicent and the King Viserys that was arguably a bit more disturbing because you just see her like deadpan face, like looking up.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, that is incredibly awkward. And it's clear that like Appa, like I guess Allison, like the character, like she never wanted this shit in the first place. She just kind of got dragged into it.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's yeah, you're very right. And I even forget the part where, like you said, Rhaenyra was sort of like happy at first because like there is a part where she bumped a random person and then the person's like, "Watch out, boy," and she's like, he called me I was called a boy, and she's so
Oh.
happy about it. It's like so, obviously so not charming. So like it's so cute to see that. It's very heartfelt in a way. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that whole brothel scene. Also, apparently, Millie Alcock speak out saying that she during that scene when she's filming that scene, she was like, "I've never seen so many people 69ing one another," and it's just like for a whole day, and that just feels weird according to her. So I was like, "Jeez, my God." But yeah,
A lot of phalluses. Phallus.
must be an insane day to shoot that. It must be wild. It
Yeah, yeah,
probably
no,
is.
that
Probably
whole
is.
scene was wild. That was like almost next level beyond Game of Thrones. Because like I don't remember when Game of Thrones was that
Although
orgy.
it's not the worst thing I've seen this year because I saw Hero Gasm from The Boys,
Yeah, no,
but yeah,
that's
it's
messed
it's
up.
up
No,
there.
that's
It's
messed
up
up.
there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, again, everything literally the things that happen in 4 and the fallout that happens in 5. It's so crazy how quickly everything turns around. Like obviously because they caught the spy caught her going out. It leads to Otto being dismissed because of Sir Kristen sleeping with her. It caused it. It prompts him to ask her to marry him and run away to Essos, and then eventually he tries to kill himself, and eventually like he beats up the other dude. I forget the name, who is
Yeah.
the lover
Vi-
of Valerian.
Valeria. I forgot the prince's
What's his
name.
first name? Yeah, I'm
The name
looking
of
it
the
up.
prince. Yeah.
Lenor Valerian
Yeah. Yeah.
eventually beats him up. Like that fallout, and obviously we already talk about the fallout with Allison. We already talk about the fallout with Rhaenyra sort of losing her virginity, and that's gonna cause an issue.
Yeah.
And like obviously the king, just his situation's getting worse and worse. He's getting more upset, stressed. He is physically getting worse and emotionally and mentally getting worse too. Viserys, like
Oh
there is
yeah.
a meme. There is a meme going around of Ben Affleck, sort of like tired, and there's like it says the caption is like Viserys after every episode.
Oh no, that is true. And come to think of it, Viserys' what do you call it? Small council is getting smaller as well because he's lost Otto and Corlys, the Hand of the King, and the Master of Ships and Coin. I'm not so sure what he is.
Yeah, although I think Corlys is coming back. I I would
Oh
think.
yeah, after the reunification kind of thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, and also on top of that, like I wanted to talk about like that scene. I don't know why it's a bit confusing. Like why did all of a sudden like Cole like attacked him? Like where there's no like scene indicating the altercation. I thought it was Damon that was in the fight, honestly,
Yeah,
because he was with what's her name, Rhaenyra at the time, right? And they were
yeah.
talking about why don't you take me away to Dragonstone and marry me, some shit like that.
That was an insanely intense scene too. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah,
she's sort of like seducing him on her wedding. And I was
yeah,
like, what the shit? I mean, we know that game. I was at the edge of my seat throughout that whole episode because I knew if there's a wedding episode,
weddings
something is
won't.
gonna go wrong. I just don't know what. And then eventually, obviously, that happened. But yeah, like you said, I guess it's just sort of everything just building up throughout the whole episode for Kristen of like first he got rejected by Rhaenyra, and then he admits his fault, and then that whatever his name is, the lover of Laenor, sort of like threatened him in a way, and I guess it's just like I'm fuck it, I'm like pissed, and he just like erupts and beat the shit out of him.
I think he just lost his shit as well. I think he mentally broke down.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I thought he was like, I don't know. I thought it was like Lenor or someone fighting Damon, but no, it was completely different. I was taken aback.
yeah. And it's I feel so bad for, again, going back to Viserys, because he wants to have a big wedding. He during that when the Lannister guy came in and is like, if this is only the feast, I cannot imagine what the wedding will be like. And he's like, oh, it's for my daughter. It's gonna be it's for the queen. I'm gonna make the biggest wedding. And then obviously after that whole debacle came in, like, oh god, I'm just gonna make a private wedding. Fuck this. I'm gonna make a small wedding, and forcing Lenor. Lenor is like obviously devastated because his lover is dead, and he's like having to force Rhaenyra in that moment. And I was like, God, that's such what an awful, awful moment for a lot of the characters. I feel kind of bad that they still have to
Yeah.
push through with all of that.
Like yeah, they just like had to push through the wedding, and on top of that, like even the scene in the end after the wedding is like you can see like the blood of his lover is still like there. It was kind of brutal, and of course, yeah, and Viserys and also was knocked to the floor in the end. I think he has a dragon scale. I know. I forgot what it's called. The
Oh, the
skin
one,
sickness.
the one
The one that
that um,
oh, what's
what's
his
his
name?
name?
Mormont, the Mormont guy.
Jorah. Yeah.
Jorah Mormont had, yeah. Because I think at one point he
Oh,
was like resting, and you can see his like arm was a bit.
but he's never in. Who did he get infected by? He never really left. I thought
Oh,
it
that's
was. I thought he got it's because of like several wounds that he got from sitting in the throne in episode one. Because in episode one, he keeps on getting pricked multiple times, and like
Oh,
he got cured.
he got tetanus. Is that what you're saying? He
Not
got
tetanus,
tetanus.
not tetanus, but like in episode one, when whoever was trying to cure him, like with the medicine, they keep on saying that it's like getting worse. So I thought that was it.
Well, to be honest, I just said that because like I'm looking at this scene, I'm like, yeah, that looks similar, texture to the
That's
what is it, the
interesting.
dragon scale sickness. And that
Okay.
thing is, if I'm not mistaken, like yeah, it's kind of like passed down. What was the little girl,
Oh.
the daughter of Stannis Baratheon?
Oh
Like
yeah, 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 yeah.
she had the same affliction as well, but she never, interact with anyone that had the same thing. So yeah,
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened to him. So yeah,
Shireen,
I think it's
Shireen
safe.
Baratheon.
Yeah, Sharif Baratheon. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's dead. I think he's dead next episode, straight up. I mean, considering
Uh,
the time skip, I mean, like he's already old anyway.
he's gonna be like
Decrepit.
he's gonna be as old as even maybe older than Stannis Lannis. Not is it Stannis? Who's the dad of Tyrion? Stannis? Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Tywin.
Tywin. Who the fuck is Stannis?
Stannis is the brother of Robert, the younger brother of Robert.
Baratheon. Okay, that was yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Yeah. Tywin Lannister. Well, I guess he might be older. He's like the oldest person I can think of in the series Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know,
why.
man. If he survives next episode, he's not only gonna be old, he's gonna be even more like tired and stressed. I would be like
I think
super.
he'd be
I
very
would be.
insane. I think
I
he'd be
feel
close to
very
like
bad for him.
that, or he might be like the closest thing we'll see to what is it, King Ares, the Mad King. Maybe he might be a bit mad if he's still alive, assuming.
But see,
Because all the shit he went through.
I kind of want to see him alive because if they jump and he's already dead, that means we sort of skip a part of the Westeros being upset with the heir because that means we directly skip to Rhaenyra and Laenor being heir. But I feel like if we see him die and we see that ceremony of the throne passing, that would I feel like the Westeros will be a little bit upset, right? Still not
Right.
happy, and I kind of want to see that like thing erupt. But if there's a jump and we skip that, that will be like kind of sad that we skipped that part.
That's true. Well, I have a feeling we'll get to see that part of the Westeros getting upset, over
Mhm.
the air, maybe like near the beginning, or maybe there's like maybe there's like a bit of duration as well in between. I don't know, because like as you said, if the time skip is that big of a difference, there might have to provide some bit of context. How do you like move on to the next episode when it's set like I don't know, 10, 20 years later?
Yeah. But that the political bloodline issue, it's so intriguing going to next episode because especially we know that's coming, the Rhaenyra and Laenor, and they're gonna have a kid, and obviously Allison having Aegon, and Allison now have being pissed. Previously, I don't think she gave a shit about the throne, but now she's pissed. She's want to return like her dad's honor, and now she's sort of gunning for the throne herself, right? With
Mm,
Aegon being there, and obviously we still have Daemon. We didn't even talk about him killing his wife, which is like insane in
yeah.
the opening scene. Which is the
That
first
that
time we
was
see his wife, and his wife is dead right away. I was like, shit, that's wild.
just like how he killed his wife is so simple. He just startled the horse, then
I
it
mean, he grabs
collapsed
he
on
grabs the
her.
rock. He grabs the rock, and I'm assuming he bashed her head in, which is like
Yeah, I'm pretty
awful.
sure that, yeah, that's exactly what
Oof.
happened.
Yeah.
That's brutal. Damon has no chill, but that's kind of the reason why I like his character.
Yeah, like literally in at the wedding when the what's her wife's house?
Oh, I forgot. Well, it's not House Aaron, but it is in the Vale.
No, what is? Let me look it up. Sir Gerald Royce, the house of the Royce house
Oh, Royce,
when
yeah.
he was like accusing Damon of killing his wife because it was Royce's cousin, and it was like, no, I didn't kill it. Oh, and either way, I think I have claim to the land because it's because the wife died, we don't have an heir. And the guy, the Gerald Royce, was like, Well, I'm gonna sit down now. Fuck. This is sort of like shit, dude.
It's
What a
gonna
commanding scene.
yeah, I kind of like the he gives the expression of he can't keep getting away with this. It's basically what happened.
Yeah. God, it's so exciting. Like literally everything is like erupting, and going to chaos and the power struggle and everything. Whew, damn. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season. Um, but yeah, I mean, we talk about Damon. Is there some stuff that we're missing? I know because I know we jump around here from point to point. If there's anything that you thought of,
See, we
I mean,
got
we
most of
we
the.
I mean, yeah, we sort of glossed over obviously Corlys and Princess Rhaenys. They talk a little bit about how they're worried that the son of Rhaenyra and Laenor is gonna be like not gonna be denied of the throne by the people, and obviously they have valid concerns there and everything. Also, I don't know why I have a weird vibe that Daemon and the female Valerian, what's her name, the daughter of Corlys, that
Oh
was
yeah, her.
initially that was initially supposed to marry Viserys, but now obviously she's older and
All right, yeah, she's all grown up, right?
um, what is her name? Lena? Yeah, Lena Valerian.
Lena, yeah,
I don't know why I'm getting a vibe of like Lena and Daemon sort of getting it on. And if
yeah,
that's the case, my God. So the three factions going for the throne, Daemon and Lena, Laenor and Rhaenyra, who already agree that they will part ways after they have the offspring, which is gonna cause problem. And then we're gonna have Aegon and Alicent going having that claim too. Like shit, that's like super three equally balanced, like chaotic, destructive power to
I
trying to
mean,
fight for the throne.
yeah, I think the general description for the series is that there's supposed to be like a massive power struggle that led to well the decline, not the fall of House Targaryen. So that's pretty cool, I
Yeah.
guess.
That's insane. It's insane to think about all these pieces coming together already and like kind of see all of it unfolds and erupts to chaos. Yeah.
Yeah, well, how about predictions for next episode? What do you think are they gonna show? Because I have a feeling, even though I say like I like action and all that, I have a feeling I want them to focus more on the political aspect, considering previous episode, and this is such a massive time skip. See like what's the situation of the world is in, basically.
Yeah, I guess I agree with you. I wanna see again, I don't know how big is a time jump, but I wanna see how the world is like accepting the fact that either if Viserys is dead or not, like he's probably
All
the
right,
whole
yeah.
the whole idea of the heir situation and what's gonna happen with Westeros, obviously, and like how people accepting. And I also want to see because we've seen Rhaenyra and Alicent sort of being friends, sort of being like at episode 5, obviously like a little bit upset at each other. I want to see them full on like feuding, like um
Mm.
like Real Housewife situation of like fuck you, like I want to see that, like sort of side,
Good
like
to see
giving
Allison
giving
being
giving the
actually
resting bitch face,
aggressive,
giving the
actually
resting bitch
aggressive and
face to
not
each other. Yeah.
passive aggressive.
Yeah, I really do. I really want to see them like. Well, obviously they both have a seat in the council, right? But like, I want to see them like sort of like fighting over each other, like talking over each other all the time, like being pissed off. But yeah, I want to see that. How about
Yeah.
you?
Um, I'm not so sure actually. It was like it's such a hard thing to predict
Yeah, I mean, we
with all
don't
the
know the
time skip.
time jump. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, I am a bit curious. Yeah, mostly on that political aspect, on the the heirs choosing, and also I don't know why I have this faint feeling, this weird feeling that like Allison is probably kind of be set up similarly. Like I think she's gonna be like almost the next Cersei. I don't know why. I mean, they're almost
What
similar
what
in
do you
case.
mean by that? Like sort of just grooming her child to be the next.
Yeah, well, that and also I think she's going to be, you can say, more of a bitch, or at
Oh,
least with more commanding powers as well. Maybe she's like more direct, like more vicious than what she was before.
that's
I mean,
fair and all.
yeah, I think like after all what has happened, I think she's just like tired of everyone's shit, and maybe she actually just wants,
Something for herself, yeah.
yeah, something for herself. Yeah.
And I mean that's fair, and like Olivia Cook is gonna play the adult Alison Hightower is a great actress. I really love her work and other stuff, and I think she definitely have that commanding presence, like you said, that she could do that. And like jumping far ahead here, once Viserys is dead, like I can see her sort of like marrying someone else again. And what if like
Yeah.
it's someone from, I don't know if I don't think there's any more Targaryen. I don't know if there's any more like Valerian. But we got introduced. Obviously, the Lannisters are brought up a lot. What if she married like a Lannister?
Oh, and that's how the
Yeah, I don't know. I
where
mean,
where
that's
Cersei
gonna
got her qualities from is like her great great grandmother or something.
shit,
Is
dude.
Alicent Hightower.
If that's a case, I don't know.
That's
But and
interesting. Yeah.
that would like give the part, the Casterly Rock, that whole part become like strong allegiance with the High Tower, and that's like two powerful houses together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Huh.
uh,
That's something. Oh,
also,
actually,
by
I
the
don't know
way,
why. I want to add
go ahead.
this little detail. It's just a bit quick. I don't know why, but kind of want to see. I'm not saying that they have to be integral to the story, obviously not. But I don't know why. I kind of want to see some of the northern houses, because I think we only saw like one, the Lord of Winterfell, like once in the first episode for
In the
like
tournament.
a split. Yeah, for a split second. I don't know. I just want to be a bit curious of what's going on up north as well, or do they just not give a shit? People were burning each other with dragons down south. They're just like, ah yes, winter. Ah yes, winter.
We're just chilling here, you know. I think we're okay. We don't want to touch the dragons. We got our dire wolves. We'll just stay here.
We'll just stay there.
No, no, that's fair. I
Oh,
mean, they
we'll go on. What do you say?
also like the obviously the Starks. They don't like the high towers because they know they can foresee that Bran is gonna fall down from a high tower. So they're
Oh yeah,
probably
that's.
avoiding. I'm just kidding. Bad
they're
joke.
like,
Bad
they're like,
joke.
our future king 200 years later will fall off a high tower. What?
By the way, yeah, I was trying to remember this, but I don't remember very much of the House Hightower in the Game of Thrones timeline. Were there
I
many of them, or what happened? Did they just like vanish?
Yeah, I have I don't, yeah, I have a feeling like they've never mentioned Hightower in Game of Thrones before. Like we see the city, we've seen it before. We've seen the actual tower, but like we've never seen the house
Because
themselves.
we know High Garden is a thing. That's where the Tyrells are from, but I don't know if that's related to Hightower.
No, no, Hightower owns Old Town. It's the place where all the maesters are. You know where Sam went?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
but
guess we
like
just
but we've never seen the house themselves, the ones that rule Old Town.
so I guess something must have happened to the House Hightower, and they just that's why they're not in the Game of Thrones timeline, right?
Maybe they all died out. They got killed all. Kind of the same case with Valerian. Like they don't exist in Game of Thrones either.
Shit, you're right.
I think we're
Yeah,
gonna see like two houses die, maybe.
and not only that, obviously the Royce house too. If that's a house, I guess it's a house. The
Yeah, House Royce. Yeah,
Damon's former wife, ex-wife. Yeah, that's God. A lot of houses like disappearing, and like new
huh,
houses coming.
that's true.
Just quick thing. Did we? I guess it. Kristen Cole's fate is sort of open ended at the end of this episode. Like, not
Yeah, cause
sure what
like
happened to
I
him.
think yeah, cause like he was stopped by Allison, right?
Hmm.
Or supposedly, or maybe Allison's just like, you know what, fuck it, go on,
Come on.
go on.
I was
He
like,
killed himself.
stop. All right, go ahead. I just want to
Yeah,
watch.
yeah, go ahead. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? You might see him again later, or just like straight up gone?
I would love to see him back and see the drama that's involved with that. Because obviously, I think there's some drama involving. Because Rhaenyra obviously don't have feelings at all for Lenor, but she clearly have feelings for um Kristen Cole, and clearly have feelings for Daemon, which I kind of want to see them like sort of flirt again in the future. I don't know, it's weird because it's Targaryen, but like that would create so much drama, dude, between just those two characters and everyone else around them. If like Daemon and Rhaenyra is sort of still like, um, will they, won't they? Which is weird to say because they're like uncle and niece. But
It's normal
yeah,
for the Targaryens.
yeah, like I kind of want to see that. And if you put Kristen in the mix, obviously he have no power to his name, but still interesting, right?
Got power in his fist, though. I mean, he caved that guy's skull.
God, yeah, that was like gruesome. That was like
Yeah,
shit. That was like disgustingly awful. That whole
yeah.
scene.
Like they just showed a
God.
hole in the face. Oh God.
Yeah. Ugh, poor guy.
Damn.
By the way, fun fact I just found out today. Emily
Hmm.
Carey, who plays young Alison Hightower,
Yeah.
she plays the younger version, not the super child one, but like the teenage phase of Diana Prince in Wonder Woman when she was in Themyscira.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I found it out today. I was googling her. I was googling her just to see what other stuff she's been in, and there is a picture of Diana in Themyscira. I was like, the fuck, and I was like, oh shit, she played 12-year-old Diana Prince in Themyscira. I was like, oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that. So
Oh, that I didn't expect. Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, we had a prediction, we said our reviews. Is there anything else that we're missing that you want to touch on, or do you think I
I
think we
think we're
covered pretty much everything?
yeah. No, I think we're good for the general part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it's good that we reviewed these two episodes at the same time because they're kind of like I don't know why. Oh, right. Like you said,
it leads
there's
one
no
to another
yeah leads one to another,
directly.
and there's no like big time skip between 4 and 5 as well. So it's kind of direct. Yeah.
Yeah,
It.
yeah. Okay, so I think that's it then for this review for
Hmm.
House of Dragons. If leave in the comment section below, or if you're listening on the audio feed, send us an email, or I guess send us a review and mention this specific episode and your thoughts about House of the Dragon episode 4 and 5, and we'll definitely. I guess we can definitely either reply in the comments to you guys, or we'll probably respond to it once we do this next one. Like if we do the episode 6 and 7, or however we decide to do it in the future, we
Yep.
can probably start off that by like reacting and commenting to your guys' comment, answering your comment. So leave a review, leave a thought, any question, any prediction, anything. Let us know in the comment section below, or again email or review. Um, but yeah, Arik, where can the people find you?
Or can the people find on? Ow! Wait! Ow! My knee. You can find me on. I lost the banner.
It's right here.
Oh, there you go. You can find me on Instagram at Ariq and Albert. You can find me on Letterbox at Ricky Doom, which hasn't been updated in a while because I haven't been watching any movies. I'll get back to you.
Fair, lots of shows. I like that you made a reference to bending the knee just now by saying my knee.
Ah, yes,
Game
my knee's bent.
Obviously, that's something that the nearest like to say, So I know, nice Easter egg right there.
Mhm,
But yeah, no, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at JA and find me on YouTube and Letterboxd Joe Movies. If you're listening on the audio feed and you want to see the video version, that's available on the Jaw Movies, JAWMOVIES, one word, YouTube channel. Um, and yeah, subscribe to the Councilman podcast on wherever you find your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Castbox, wherever. Subscribe to us there, and you can find us on Twitter and Instagram and Letterbox at Councilman Show. And yeah, if you want to send us an email, that's at councilmanshow@gmail.com. We've recently uploaded some stuff on Instagram regarding like highlights and everything like that from the show. So go check that out. As well as we've updated some of our letterbox list. I add some of the past content that we did, like brackets and everything, into the list on Letterbox. So follow us on Letterbox there at Councilman Show. But yeah, that is it for this review of House of the Dragon.
yes.
Arik, you wanna
Huh?
you wanna close it
Right.
out for us?
Right. And with that, The councilman has reviewed. And we'll see you on our next podcast on Sundays.
Saturdays.
It's Saturday. God damn it, to go.
It's Saturday night for you. Come on. All right. See y'all. The cops.